30 years ago that the Beatles exploded out of Liverpool, England and revolutionized pop music. John, Paul, George, and Ringo were first names that didn't need any last ones, and they've lasted a lot longer than anyone at the time would have believed. So much so that young people who never got to see them perform are now flocking to clubs and concerts that feature Beatles lookalikes. In Tokyo, there's one night spot that books nothing else.
Japan's passion for entertainers by no means ends at its own borders. Every year, scores of Western stars stop by Japan to entertain enthusiastic crowds. And even after they stop coming to Japan, celebrities never die here. They don't even fade away. In Japan, Elvis Presley is immortalized in bronze. Marilyn Monroe's figure is set in golden trinkets. And snapshots of James Dean are still cherished by worshippers. But only one classic group has the honor of being immortalized in the flesh, live. Meet the Parrots. Akio, Katsumi, Mamoru, and Teruyuki. Well, they're not actually English. They don't really speak much English either. But the Parrots do their name justice, reproducing the harmonies and sounds of the Beatles with almost eerie perfection. To the band members who play 5 nights a week, this is more than a job, it's an obsession.
All I hope to do is to play the guitar exactly like George did. I also do my best to try and create an atmosphere close to the real Beatles. In every song, he gives off a completely different emotion, a completely different character.
I've been a big fan of the Beatles ever since I was a kid. I have an image of how they did everything and just try to play as close to that image as I can. I think I'm getting closer and closer to John Lennon, both the way I sing and perform.
Their venue, the Cavern Club, takes its name from the Liverpool cafe where the Beatles perfected their sound in the early 60s. The club was founded in honor of John Lennon on December 8, 1981, first anniversary of his death. The management intends not to exploit, but to bring back the magic of the Beatles for those who have never had a chance to see them, and for those who dream of seeing them one more time. Only Beatles bands play here. The decor, strictly Fab 4. The props, the instruments, only the genuine article. From Paul's left-handed Hofner bass to Ringo's Ludwig drum set. All the details are overseen by the group's producer, Shu Ota, who claims he really doesn't have much to do.
The members of the Parrots really love the Beatles, and they study hard, watching concert films. Still, the real drive behind the group is each member's desire to become his part. John wants to be John, Paul wants to be Paul. That's how they do it. I don't have to tell them what to do.
And they apparently do it pretty well. On the average, the group draws about 1,500 people to the club every week.
I like the one who played John. He looks and sounds just like him.
I never saw the Beatles, but I think Japanese copy of the Beatles is interesting.
I hate to admit it, but they're damn good. I don't think there's any group as good as this one, even in England.
Even a compatriot of the originals concedes.
Pretty good, actually, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, I think perhaps the advantage of the dark hair helps as well. But I mean, Paul and John Lennon, very good, very good.
And another Englishman has heard of the Parrots too. Paul McCartney sent the group tickets and backstage passes for his Tokyo concert last year. This year, the Cavern Club celebrates its first 10 years of making music, Beatles music, so that in Tokyo, at least, the Beatles live on.
The melodies are so beautiful. They suit Japanese taste. I think the Beatles boom will continue in Japan, and their music will live on forever.